Did you know that while you're watching this video, thousands of men around the world are already choosing female sex robots over real women? It might sound exaggerated, but it's 100% true. The market for female sex robots is growing so fast that in just a few years it could become direct competition. And guess what? The robots have a serious advantage. They're perfect, or at least programmed to seem that way. These robots come with everything the male market has been asking for: customized looks, zero drama, flawless performance, and brace yourself, 24/7 availability. Meanwhile, you're out here juggling stress, work, a bad hair day, and the occasional insecurity. The robot? It's there, smiling and ready to please, without so much as blinking, literally. Now picture this. He comes home after a long day, and instead of hearing, "How was your day?" he pushes a button, and the robot instantly morphs into whatever he wants. Think this is a distant future? Wrong. This reality is already here, and experts predict that within 10 years, the use of sex robots will grow so much that some women might find themselves asking, "Wait, have I been replaced by a machine?" Sounds crazy, right? But this technology is redefining intimacy. So here's the real question: how do you compete with something designed to be irresistible? Can you ever be as perfect as a machine built solely to please? Stick around, because we're diving into how robots might change everything and what you can do to make sure you stay in the game. Curious? You should be, and maybe, just maybe, a little worried too. The future is here. Why female sex robots are taking over. Let's face it, female sex robots are reprogramming the concept of male desire, one feature at a time. And no, this isn't hyperbole. It's technology targeting the weakest spots. These robots are the total package: breathtaking appearances, infinite availability, and, most importantly, none of the inconveniences that some men claim make relationships challenging. What makes these robots so irresistible? Simple. They deliver everything a man thinks he wants, without asking for anything in return. They're sculpted to perfection, with every physical detail customizable to the user's taste. From hair color to personality traits, the options are endless. You want someone outgoing? Done. Prefer someone shy or overly affectionate? That's just a setting. And here's the kicker: she'll never roll her eyes at your decisions. The numbers don't lie. This isn't some far-off fantasy. It's a booming industry. By 2030, the market for female sex robots is expected to rake in billions. In a recent survey, 48% of men admitted they would consider trying a sex robot. Meanwhile, manufacturers are pouring resources into making these machines nearly indistinguishable from humans. We're talking hyper-realistic skin, fluid movements, and programming so sophisticated that mistakes are practically impossible. But the appeal doesn't stop there. Female robots don't have bad days. They don't get annoyed, have emotional expectations, or ever say no. Imagine a partner who's always in the mood, endlessly patient, and never complains. It's no wonder some men are already making the switch, or at least considering it. These robots embody the fantasy of a perfect woman, at least according to the idealized standards of many men. As the technology continues to advance, the allure of a conflict-free partner is becoming increasingly difficult to resist. The real question is, are modern men truly ready to give up the complexity and charm of real relationships for programmed perfection? Because if the robots have their way, they're already winning. The big question remains, are robots truly better than women? Before jumping to conclusions, consider this. These machines aren't just built to please, they're optimized to perfection, leaving little room for error. And if the numbers are any indication, the competition is real. Physically, female sex robots are crafted to fit any ideal standard. Long flowing hair, perfectly proportioned body, flawless skin in the shade of your choice. It's all customizable. There's no need for touch-ups or getting ready. They're always on point, ready to impress, and never have a bad day. When it comes to performance, they set the bar impossibly high. Robots don't get distracted, fatigued, or moody. They deliver exactly what's desired every single time. Equipped with advanced programming, they can adjust intensity, rhythm, and timing with uncanny precision. And they don't stop there. They learn and improve with each interaction, making every encounter smoother than the last. On the emotional front, robots rewrite the rules entirely. Imagine a partner who listens without interrupting, agrees without argument, and never brings emotional baggage to the table. They don't sulk, roll their eyes, or demand attention. Instead, they're programmed to validate and adapt to their users' preferences, offering an experience that feels tailor-made, free of judgment or expectations. For some, this combination of perfect looks, flawless performance, and unwavering attentiveness seems unbeatable. But is perfection really the ultimate goal? The very quirks and imperfections of real relationships, those awkward moments, unexpected surprises, and yes, even the occasional conflict are what make them meaningful. So, while robots may dominate in areas of precision and consistency, they lack the one thing that makes relationships unforgettable: humanity. The question isn't just whether robots can outperform women, but whether they can ever replicate the depth, emotion, and connection that make real relationships irreplaceable. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The growing popularity of female sex robots among men is unsettling, to say the least. How do you compete with something engineered to be the perfect partner? But this issue runs deeper than just looks or performance. It's about what this technology reveals about the dynamics between men and women. First, there's the psychological impact. Knowing that a machine could replace a space once reserved for human connection is troubling. Imagine your partner, someone you believed was emotionally invested, turning to an idealized version that never argues, never challenges, and is always available. For many women, this raises questions of adequacy. Am I enough? Could I be replaced? It's a fear rooted in more than just technology. It's about the shifting expectations of intimacy. But let's get one thing straight. This isn't just about robots. They're filling gaps that have existed in relationships for a long time, whether emotional, physical, or even communicative. The absence of conflict and the promise of total satisfaction are undeniably appealing in a world already weighed down by stress and complexity. Now, here's the uncomfortable truth. Female sex robots take objectification to an extreme. They don't just reinforce unattainable beauty standards, they also perpetuate the idea that a woman's worth lies solely in her appearance and willingness to please. This can have far-reaching consequences, from making it harder to build real connections to deepening the social isolation of men who retreat into these artificial relationships. But here's the thing, women don't need to compete with robots. The program perfection these machines offer comes at a steep price. They lack a soul. A robot can't love, care, or create meaningful memories. It offers instant gratification, sure, but it can't provide the partnership and growth that come with a real relationship. So how can women stand out? By embracing what makes them irreplaceable: empathy, genuine connection, and the ability to turn challenges into opportunities are qualities no machine can replicate. A man might be drawn to the simplicity of a robot, but it's a real woman who builds a life with him, filled with depth, emotion, and purpose. This is the crux of the matter. What do women have that robots never will? Let's agree on one thing first. Yes, robots can be visually flawless, perpetually available, and technically perfect, but they lack one essential thing: life. The truth is, perfection gets boring. Human connection, on the other hand, is exhilarating precisely because it's full of imperfections. It's the spontaneous moments, the unexpected laughter, and even the small disagreements that create depth and meaning in a relationship. A robot might excel at delivering physical pleasure, but it will never make someone feel the warmth of genuine care. And that's where women's true value lies. Women bring far more to a relationship than looks or performance. They offer empathy, creativity, emotional intelligence, and the ability to grow and adapt alongside their partner. No programming can replicate the intimacy of a knowing glance, the comfort of a hug, or the magic of a shared moment when everything feels just right. Moreover, real relationships have something robots can never offer: true love. And love isn't about always pleasing someone, it's about being there, even when it's hard. It's about laughing together at silly jokes, building memories that only make sense to the two of you, and growing through challenges side by side. What does this all mean? Women don't need to compete with robots. Instead, they can focus on showcasing what makes them unique, not just in appearance, but in essence. While a robot might simulate pleasure, it will never create a bond that stands the test of time. So the next time the conversation turns to female sex robots, remember this: they might be great at what they're programmed to do, but they'll never have what you do, and that alone is more than enough to keep thriving in the real world. Let's talk about the future, and spoiler alert, it's technological and robots are gaining ground. But what does this mean for the dynamics between men and women in the years ahead? Brace yourself, because the predictions are bold. Experts agree that the global market for female sex robots is expanding at an unprecedented rate. By 2030, it's expected to generate billions of dollars. And we're not talking about outdated plastic dolls. We're talking about sophisticated machines designed to deliver experiences so realistic that some men might rethink what it means to be in a relationship. Recent surveys reveal that nearly 48% of men would consider using a female sex robot, and this number is expected to grow as technology advances. Robots might soon transition from being a curiosity or taboo to becoming a common choice for a significant segment of the male population. But this goes far beyond physical pleasure. The next decade will bring robots with even more advanced artificial intelligence, capable of simulating conversations, providing emotional support, and even adapting personalities to match user preferences. Imagine a robot that not only delivers pleasure, but also boosts a man's self-esteem, all without requiring emotional effort in return. What does this mean for women? A dramatic shift in relationship dynamics. As robots become more accessible and socially acceptable, real relationships could face new challenges, especially among men who already struggle with emotional connection. This could lead to greater isolation, not just for them, but also for women who might interpret this technological escape as rejection. But here's the thing, no matter how advanced technology gets, true human connection is irreplaceable. Robots might dominate the pleasure market, but they'll never offer what real relationships can: vulnerability, reciprocity, and genuine love. The future will be challenging, but it also presents an opportunity, a chance to redefine relationships and remember that what truly matters can't be programmed. While robots might excel in the physical realm, the heart remains uniquely human territory. And here we are at the end. The big question remains, will female sex robots really replace women in the next 10 years? If we're talking about looks, performance, and convenience, the answer might be an unsettling yes. These machines are designed to deliver perfection, ideal bodies, tailored personalities, and, of course, endless availability. But here's the truth, no technology can ever change. Robots might simulate pleasure, but they'll never offer love. They'll never create meaningful memories, laugh at an inside joke, or wipe away tears in a tough moment. And that's exactly where women remain irreplaceable. The perfection of robots may appeal to some men, but perfection is just that, a surface-level experience. It's the depth of human connection, the ups and downs, the flaws, and the triumphs that makes real relationships so valuable. So instead of fearing robots, see this as an opportunity. Show what it means to be human, to be unique, to bring love, empathy, and genuine emotion into the world. Because in the end, while robots may dominate desire, the heart will always be human. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think robots can truly replace women? Or is there still something about us that machines will never be able to replicate? Let's keep this conversation going in the comments before the robots try to join in too.